Naoya Inoue has dominated the super bantamweight division, proving he is one of the hardest hitting fighters in boxing. But there's one thing he hasn't done: fight in America. That's about to change. The monster is finally making his US debut, and this isn't just any fight. It's a chance to show American fans why he's one of the best in the world.
Hard left hook there from Inoue, and that one froze him.
He's inviting Inoue to keep going now.
Him saying, come on. Hard.
Top Rank Boxing officially announced today that Inoue will face Ramon Cardenas on May 4th. This highly anticipated showdown will mark Inoue's first fight on US soil, and fans are eager to see how he performs under the bright lights of American boxing. For years, Inoue has been destroying opponents in Japan with his speed, accuracy, and knockout power. His wins in the World Boxing Super Series and his brutal knockout of Stephen Fulton only added to his reputation. Hardcore boxing fans already know how good he is, but for many in the US, he's still a mystery. Now, he has the chance to introduce himself to a whole new audience in the most exciting way possible. Fighting in America isn't just about winning, it's about making a statement. Boxing fans in the US expect greatness, and Inoue knows this. A big win here will prove that he's not just a champion in Japan, but a worldwide boxing superstar. He's stepping onto one of the biggest stages in the sport, and all eyes will be on him. Now, let's talk about his opponent, Ramon Cardenas. He may not be a big name like Inoue, but he's not here to lose. Cardenas is a tough, determined fighter who sees this as the biggest opportunity of his career. If he wins, he becomes a star overnight. Cardenas from Texas has a strong, aggressive style. He's skilled, experienced, and fighting on home turf, which could give him a boost. But the big question is, can he handle Inoue's power? Few fighters have survived the monster's punches, and if Cardenas can't keep up, this fight could end quickly.
He's not fighting the people he needs to fight. You know, the WBA already had told him that he needed to fight MJ, and you know, MJ, good thing, you know, me and MJ are training partners, you know. He's number one, I'm number two in the WBA, so if you're not going to give MJ the chance, you got to give me the chance. Because, you know, it is what it is, it's rules. You know, you can't keep like, oh, again, I'm not going to say ducking, but maneuvering your way to fight everybody but the guy you need to fight, which is MJ. So, I don't know, man. I think he needs to either vacate the title or fight MJ, like, you know. But, or give me the shot. You know, just give me the shot
And it looks like Cardenas finally got his wish. For months, he had been calling for a shot at Inoue, frustrated that the WBA wasn't enforcing mandatory fights. He's not fighting the people he needs to fight, Cardenas said, expressing his frustration over Inoue's choice of opponents. He believed that either his training partner, Murodjon Akhmadaliev, who was ranked number 1, or himself ranked number 2, deserved the title shot. If you're not going to give MJ the chance, you gotta give me the chance, he argued. Cardenas felt that Inoue was avoiding the toughest matchups. I'm not going to say ducking, but maneuvering your way to fight everybody but the people you need to fight, he said. Now his persistence has paid off. He's stepping into the ring against one of the most feared fighters in the world, and this is his moment to prove that he belongs at the top.
I'm at 210 Boxing TV here with Ronnie Cantu, co-trainer of Ramon Cardenas. So crazy news broke out last week. Y'all are fighting the monster.
Yes, sir.
Naoya Inoue. So talk about just the news and just what is it like going against the, you know, pound for pound the best guy.
Man, it's a blessing. It's a blessing. It's something that I feel like.
Ramon Cardenas' team has been waiting for this moment, and now it's finally here. His co-trainer, Ronnie Cantu, couldn't hide his excitement when the fight was announced. Man, it's a blessing. Cantu said, it's something that I feel like I've seen since me and Roan started back a couple years ago. We've said it since day one. This is the fight we wanted. This is the fight we were aiming for.
And we're just excited, man. We know we're going up against a tough guy. I mean, he's obviously one of the pound-for-pound greats, so. But I know what we got. I know what we're working with, and I know exactly what we're gonna be doing. So I'm excited, man. I can't even explain. It's exciting.
And then it's in the States as well. It's in Vegas.
Yes.
You know, a lot of times everyone's been going to Japan, Fulton. So what is that like, you know, going to Vegas, having the people from San Antonio come out? Because it don't get no bigger than this.
Exactly, man. It's the biggest stage in boxing. I don't think people understand that, man. It's undisputed. It's undisputed. I don't know if that's ever been any San Antonio fighters ever fought for that. I don't believe so. So it's history, man. Like I said, it's history. We're going to make history. First undisputed champion ever in San Antonio. And it's great, man, to have the support.
Cantu made it clear that this isn't just another fight, it's history in the making. We're going up against a tough guy. I mean, he's obviously one of the pound-for-pound greats, he admitted. But I know what we got, I know what we're working with, and I know exactly what we're going to be doing. The team has had their eyes on this challenge for years, and now that it's happening, they're ready to prove they belong on this level. What makes this even bigger is the location. Las Vegas, the fight capital of the world. It's the biggest stage in boxing, Cantu said. I don't think people understand that, man. It's undisputed. I don't know if there's ever been any San Antonio fighter ever fighting for that. He believes Cardenas has the chance to make history. First undisputed champion ever in San Antonio. And it's great, man, to have the support here in the States.
Be here in the States, and man, I'm excited, man. I can't explain. We're ready to go now. Shit.
Ramon said, I ain't coming to collect no paycheck. What do you think about that?
No, exactly not. No, we're not. We're coming to win. And everybody, he knows that. We know that. Everybody in the world should know that, too. We're coming to win. We know what we got. We've been planning for it. We've been working for it. And it's just a matter of time.
But Cardenas isn't just happy to be here. He's coming to win. He made that clear in no uncertain terms. I ain't coming to collect no paycheck. And his trainer backed him up 100%. Exactly. No, we're not. We're coming to win, Cantu emphasized. Everybody knows that. We know that. Everybody in the world should know that too. We're coming to win. We've been planning for it, we've been working for it, and it's just a matter of time now. Cardenas and his team are stepping into the biggest fight of their lives, and they're bringing the mindset of a champion. Whether they can shock the world remains to be seen, but one thing is certain, they didn't come just to show up.
He's a great finisher. I think he's the best finisher in boxing. He's Joe Louis, he's Mike Tyson, he's Jack Dempsey. Three of the greatest finishers in the history of the sport. He's all of them.
Cardenas and his team may be confident, but they know exactly what they're up against. Naoya Inoue isn't just a champion, he's a finisher of the highest order. Legendary trainer and boxing analyst Teddy Atlas didn't hold back when describing Inoue's ability to close the show. He's a great finisher. I think he's the best finisher in boxing, Atlas said. To put it into perspective, Atlas compared Inoue to some of the most ruthless knockout artists the sport has ever seen. He's Joe Louis, he's Mike Tyson, he's Jack Dempsey, three of the greatest finishers in the history of the sport. He's all of them. That's the kind of company Inoue keeps when it comes to putting opponents away. What makes Inoue so dangerous is that once he hurts his opponent, he doesn't let them off the hook. His power, speed, and precision allow him to swarm his opponents with devastating combinations, leaving them no chance to recover. Fighters like Lewis, Tyson, and Dempsey were known for their killer instinct, and Inoue carries that same aura. The moment he smells blood, it's only a matter of time before the fight is over. For Cardenas, that's the biggest challenge, surviving once Inoue goes in for the kill. Many have tried, but very few have lasted. While Teddy Atlas praised Inoue as one of the best finishers in boxing history, not everyone is fully sold on the hype just yet, especially Floyd Mayweather. The undefeated legend had a more measured take on Inoue's dominance, pointing out some key factors in his rise.
The kid from Japan, Inoue. So when you see, he got the victory over Cool Boy stuff. You know, Inoue. It was a Filipino fighter. He had fought twice. Donaire. So Donaire was giving him fits in the first fight. And if I'm not mistaken, Donaire was somewhere close to 40 or 40 years old when he fought him the first time. Whereas, and he was in his 20s. So he should have knocked him out in
the kid from Japan, Mayweather began acknowledging Inoue's skills but raising questions about his level of competition. So when you see he got the victory over Cool Boy, Steph Fulton, still, he's not a heavy puncher, good boxer, but far as you know, He trailed off, hinting that Inoue hadn't yet faced the kind of elite power puncher that could truly test him. Mayweather also brought up Nonito Donaire, the Filipino legend who gave Inoue one of the toughest fights of his career. Donaire was giving him fits in the first fight, Floyd pointed out, noting that Donaire was close to 40 years old at the time, whereas Inoue was in his 20s, so he should have knocked him out in the first fight.
First fight, fighting a guy, like I said before, at that age. What I need Inoue to do is, I need him to come fight in the U.S., random blood and urine testing. I think he's a hell of a fighter, I don't want to take nothing away from him. Hell of a fighter, and I like him because I see he take a lot of my.
Beyond questioning the level of opposition, Mayweather also had a challenge for Inoue, prove himself on American soil. What I need Inoue to do is come fight in the US, he said, emphasizing the importance of fighting under the bright lights of the boxing capital. And now, Inoue is finally answering that call. He's coming to the US after years of dominating in Japan, where he built his legacy. The monster is stepping onto boxing's biggest stage. This move isn't just about proving himself to Mayweather or the skeptics. It's about solidifying his place among the sport's all-time greats. Fighting in the US means facing the brightest lights, the biggest crowds, and the toughest critics, and Inoue seems more than ready for the challenge. Still, despite his critiques, Mayweather didn't deny Inoue's talent. I think he's a hell of a fighter, he admitted. I won't take that away from him, and I like him because I see he'd take a lot of my stuff from my playbook.
In the name of Inoue,
He just won.
that is a bad dude. You hear me? Say what you want. I know he way over there in Japan or whatever he is, but that is a bad dude. You understand me? They don't give him the credit because we don't see him that much. That dude right there, I think that dude really is pound for pound number one. He just don't have the competition at that weight class to have that big fight to get it right now. And the United States don't know him because we don't have big fighters in his weight class over here that we know that good.
Roy Jones Jr. doesn't hand out compliments lightly. When he speaks about Naoya Inoue, it's with the kind of conviction that only comes from someone who truly understands greatness. That is a bad dude, he said, emphasizing the raw talent and dominance Inoue brings to the ring. Jones pointed out a major reason why Inoue doesn't always get the recognition he deserves. They give him credit because we don't see him that much. Unlike boxing's biggest stars who frequently headline pay-per-view events in America, Inoue has spent most of his career fighting in Japan. While he's a megastar there, the lack of consistent exposure in the States has led to him being underrated by casual fans. But now, they will know. I think that dude really is pound for pound number one, Jones said, making it clear that Inoue's talent isn't up for debate. The issue isn't whether he's good enough, it's that he hasn't had that marquee matchup on US soil that would force mainstream audiences to take notice. He just don't have the competition at that weight class to have that big fight to get it right now. But with this fight, all eyes will be on him. Jones also acknowledged that Inoue's division lacks familiar names in the American boxing landscape. United States don't know him because we don't have big fighters in his weight class over here that we know that good. But now, they will. It's not that Inoue hasn't faced top-tier opponents. He has beaten world champions and former title holders with ease. But the fighters he's defeated aren't well known to the average fan. This fight is his chance to change that. Despite this, Jones leaves no doubt about Inoue's standing in the sport. He sees what many boxing purists have been saying for years. Inoue is a generational talent, a fighter with the kind of power, skill, and precision that comes along once in a lifetime. And now with this fight, the world is about to witness just how great the monster truly is. When it comes to power, Inoue is the clear winner. One clean shot from him can end the night. His speed is also superior, both in terms of hand speed and footwork. Cardenas has decent defense, but he has never dealt with someone as explosive as Inoue. Experience-wise, Inoue has the edge as well. He has been in the ring with top-level fighters and dominated them all. As for durability, Cardenas has shown toughness, but we don't really know how his chin will hold up against someone like Inoue. For Cardenas, the game plan has to be survival mode for the first few rounds. Stay on the move, avoid getting into exchanges, and try to frustrate Inoue a bit. If you let him find his rhythm early, it's a wrap, but that's easier said than done. For Inoue, this fight is all about doing what he always does: pressure, patience, and precision. He'll take his time, pick his shots, and the moment he sees an opening, it's lights out. This isn't just about who wins, it's about what the fight means. Will Inoue prove he's as dominant in America as he is in Japan? Or will Cardenas pull off a shocking upset? One thing is certain, when Inoue steps into the ring for his first fight in the US, the world will be watching. And if history tells us anything, the monster isn't just coming to win, he's coming to destroy. What do you think? Will Inoue make a statement, or does Cardenas have a chance to shock the world? Drop your predictions in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more boxing breakdowns.